All right, to make the base of your cheesecake, you need graham crackers chopped up. I have my butter melted in here. The recipe is in the description below, guys. I added 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm going to add 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. So I do it this way so I don't have to wash another bowl, but you don't have to.
What are you doing there?
Just pushing in the pie crust so that it will be all nice and compact and stay together. Okay. Now we're going to bake this for 10 minutes in a 350-degree oven. All right, next I am going to soften my cream cheese in the microwave. Now, this is a very delicate process. Normally you would just leave your cream cheese to soften on the countertop, but I am doing these videos early in the morning, so I didn't have time for my cream cheese to soften. So I'm going to throw this in the microwave. Now, what you want to do is you want to soften it without melting your cream cheese, okay? So, actually, I think I'm going to do one at a time in the microwave. So you only want to do about 10 to 20 seconds, and that should get it softened without melting it. That's pretty good. I might do just like 10 more seconds. Perfect. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 2 on page 304 right there. The link is in the description below, 25% off right now. All right, I have softened all of my cream cheeses without melting them. Then I have my cornstarch, 1/4 cup. I use that instead of flour, so if you're gluten-free and just eat the filling, you're fine. Then my sugar. Then my vanilla. Now this is my homemade vanilla in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1 on our website at livingonadime.com. You don't have to use homemade, you can just use regular. You can see it makes a lot, so it lasts me a really long time. And it calms your nerves as needed. And then we have our whipping cream. Oh, yum. Anything with whipping cream and cream cheese. Well, it's cheesecake. I mean, does it really get more delicious than cheesecake? Nice and smooth. Now we're going to add our eggs one at a time, but before we do, we're going to grab our crust. Ooh, it poofed up just a little bit there. It's okay, won't hurt anything.
Smells delish.
Thank you. Now we're going to add our eggs one at a time. Just a second, I think I got a, yep, I had a shell, so I just want to make sure I didn't get the shell in there. Was there a reason I put them in separately? Yes, but I have no idea what that reason is. Cooks just do it all the time. I'll look it up and let you guys know here. Okay. My crust fell just a little bit there, so I'm just gonna poof it back. Oh my goodness, dear, does that look delicious?
That looks amazing.
I know you don't really appreciate cheesecake to the fullest extent, but
I think I do, secretly.
secretly you do. So you want to know something that people like about our channel? The fact that I actually scraped the bowl.
Other people don't do that?
Yeah, other YouTubers don't. But to me, it's like, my goodness, let's just throw money down the toilet, shall we?
Slackers.
I know. Now we're going to put this in the oven to bake for 1 hour until firm. Okay, this is not how the cheesecake is supposed to look. This is a cheesecake flop. Now, what I did was I put my knife around and loosened it. And here is the cheesecake. Now, here's what happened. First of all, I whipped it just a little too long, so that's why it cracked. But this whole thing is because 20 minutes into cooking, the oven turned off and we didn't know it. So I turned the oven back on and it caused it to rise, and then it fell. And so we're gonna go make another one now so you can see what it actually looks like. While that other one is cooking, let me tell you what I would do with this. I would not throw away all these ingredients. My goodness, this is what, $10, $12 worth of ingredients or so, I don't know. But this is still a perfectly good to eat cheesecake. Now I would do this a couple of ways. Either one, I would just fill the center with my pie filling, and that would be really tasty. Now the other thing that I could do is just level off the top, and I could just take off the top. So what I would do is just kind of go and take my knife and just go gently across the top, just like so. Okay, oh, yum. Okay. Then what I would do is I would just take my pie filling and just put it on top and cover the top. Or I could make this into a chocolate turtle cheesecake, and that would be really yummy. So I think I'm going to make this one into the turtle, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Smells great.
Okay, got it loosened. So now, there we go. I got a taste test. Oh my goodness, that is so delicious. It may be really ugly, but it is really good. Now, here's another thing you could do with this. You could also turn this into cheesecake balls and just scoop out little balls and then dip it in chocolate, and then you have cheesecake pops or cheesecake truffles, whichever you want to have. Okay, let me get my toppings and I'll show you how to turn this into a turtle cheesecake while the other one is baking. All right, I've got my caramel and my hot fudge that I'm gonna nuke in the microwave just to soften. Then while that's softening, I've got my pecans in my nut chopper here. And I'm going to get these all chopped up. Okay, I need it a little bit runnier than that. Aha! See how it's dribbling? That's the consistency you want. Perfect. Okay, let me get the rest of my nuts chopped. This is what it looks like inside. Go back the other way if a nut gets stuck. You could do ASMR, dear. And now we are chopping the nuts into small pieces to put on our cheesecake. Okay, enough of that. Okay. All right, we've got our chocolate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fudge if you have any big spots that are particularly ugly, just drizzle a little extra chocolate on there. Okay, now for the caramel. And since we have a bigger hole there, let me put just a little bit more chocolate, cover that up. There, now nobody knows. Okay, now I'm gonna take and sprinkle our pecans all over the top. Wish my daughter was here to help eat this so that I'm not the only one eating it. And there you have your turtle cheesecake. When your cheesecake fails, just turn it into a different variety. All right, we're getting our regular cheesecake out of the oven, and hopefully this time, oh, much better. Ooh, I think that needs to go another 5 minutes or so. See how jiggly it is in the center there? I'm gonna give it just 5 more minutes. Okay, now let's check. Ah, perfect, I think. Cracked a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, just gonna let it sit. I'm not having confidence though. We might have 2 turtle cheesecakes. Let's see, which could we make this one? Cherry cheesecake?
The school bake sale might have 2 turtle cheesecakes.
Maybe we'll make this one cherry cheesecake if it doesn't work. How's that sound? I don't know what's happening. This is from mixing too much in there, but I was trying to be very careful not to mix. All right, you cheesecake baker extraordinaires, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because I tested this recipe several times for dining, and it worked really well. All right, so it turned out, I am super happy with the way it turned out. I did get a crack, I know. Guys, tell me how you keep cheesecakes from cracking. Normally mine does crack, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But
they have crack filler at Home Depot.
We're gonna refrigerate this overnight and then I will cut it for you. Okay, unfortunately my cheesecake cracked, but that's where our pie filling will go again. but this one turned out much better. Now, I never claimed to be a cheesecake expert, guys. I just like to eat cheesecake, and let me tell you, this is absolutely delicious.
So much more than the ones at the store.
Oh man,
Nasty.
this is way better than the one at the store.
That's a good idea. Cut across the crack so it doesn't look so much like a crack.
So there's no way to cut it so that this crack. So, honey, you're just gonna have to eat this cracked piece here.
Oh, how sad.
Man, are you sad in your heart?
Yeah.
I can just feel the sadness oozing from you over there. That you're gonna have to eat this cracked piece. Or Jack may have to eat the cracked piece. I didn't know Jack was a cheesecake connoisseur. It's wonderful having a child who just likes to try things. So this is why you clean your knife in between, because you get this here. That's why. What? This is sugar-free. I can't ruin a good cheesecake with sugar-free pie filling.
Blend on there to reduce the calories.
Yeah, the pie filling. Go figure.
Now that
Just eat a smaller piece of pie with real sugar so it actually tastes good.
it's going to cut 4% of the calories off the cheesecake.
4% of the calories off a cheesecake. Oh my goodness, that's so true. Okay. Now see, I kind of see the sinking as just a way to hold the pie filling more. That's the way I see it.
Chef Tara did not make a mistake. Chef Tara made a plan.
Here, that actually looks pretty darn tootin' good if I do say so myself.